Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Satisfactory. And oh god, I'm gonna have to pan down. I'm still using my old save. Look upon my look upon my factory and weep. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's awful, I know. Ugh. My eyes, they burn. This is my original save file, guys, from when I was still learning the game. I mean, look at the roller coaster that is the train system in the distance. It's horrific, I know. But bear with me, guys, because I've booted up my old save just so I don't have to start from scratch, just to show you the new content that isn't experimental. In this new patch, there is some good things. There is, finally, pipes. So guys, in the interest of time, let's start with pipes straight away. Now, like the intro of the video suggested, this is my old save. The first thing, guys, I'm going to recommend you do is do not use your old save, because there's so many changes that whatever you have built in the original will not work anymore, because there's been some fair changes. You are genuinely better off starting off from scratch. This is only for demonstration purposes. So this is the pipeline. So there is a lot to know here. I'm still learning how to do the pipes, so all this is incorrect. Do not take this as to be a guide in any way, shape or form, because it's not perfect at all. Literally, it's spaghetti junction back there while I was trying to figure out how the flow rates work, gravity, everything affects these pipes. These are pipe pumps. So these pipeline pumps are really for helping... Oh, we've exceeded the maximum. What was I going to say? Yes, they boost the flow rate, but really you want these for sending water or whatever you've got running for your pipes, whether it be oil or whatever. You really want that for uphill, so you want one maybe here for pumping the water up to keep the flow going. As you can see, I've just made like junction after junction as I figured out how the hell these things work. So really I will start from scratch in the future, make everything neat, make everything tidy, because right now it's just horrific and nothing really works properly. But again, it's just for demonstration purposes. So now, guys, if you're silly enough to boot up an old save like I did, you'll find that your factory is probably not working, because the coal factory now has two inputs. It needs water to stay cool and coal still to work, but you'll find that this will probably be plugged in here in the middle, so all this has been changed. So it's important to know, if you do boot up an old save into experimental, probably nothing's going to be working correctly, because again, everything is starting to use water now as a whole fluid system, so it's not going to be right. Please don't do it. It will just give you headaches like it did for me. Something that's also worth mentioning, guys, that I don't know if everyone has already seen this change. You can now finally snap things straight in. So if you want to make a conveyor splitter or anything now, you don't have to delete and then redo your whole thing. That's great. I'm glad they finally added that. That wasn't here last time. So one of the new things that's been added to the game in this experimental update is the ticket machine. That everybody was worried that was going to be microtransactions, even though it's pretty obvious it wasn't microtransactions. This is the awesome sink. This is the awesome shop, which got everybody confused. But it was an interesting experiment what they did announcing all this. So at the moment, as you can see, it's taken me a very long time to get coupons. I have a few coupons already. I don't think I have them on me. Do I have them on me? Yes, I do. I have 139 here. Fix-it coupons, which you can use in the shop to buy things. Hopefully this isn't going to lead to microtransactions at any point, because I would be annoyed. But all you need to do to generate tokens is build something pretty expensive. As you can see, I have some pretty expensive things being made. There was a full stack of them in here, and now of course there isn't, and we have just a handful at a time being made. Again, very quickly. And now if you look inside here, as you can see, we got quite a bit further-ish. This has been running for a long time. So what can you buy in the awesome shop? Well, you can just buy straight up parts, which is very nice. You get a nice stack of items. So you'd buy a pack with your 5 tickets and get a bunch of things, saving on crafting. Power poles to go across walls, or double-sided walls. A double-sided power thing for a wall, sorry. Conveyor mounts. Foundations, so there's some new designs here, like quarter pipes. Inverted quarter pipes, so you could make a trick area, I guess, if you want. You just need to add some skateboards now. New vehicles. So you got the Satisfactory cart. The Cyber Wagon, guys. This is a meme. It's quite clear what this is supposed to be. And yes, it is fun. Yes, it is wonky. And it is a little bit unusual. I don't know if I have the crafting parts to make it, actually, right now. Yes, I do. So let's make the Cyber Wagon. But before we do, there is something I must find. Because the Cyber Wagon has a bug, whether intentionally or otherwise, which allows it to do something a little bit interesting. So if I can just find a launch ramp, which I think we have around here somewhere. If I remember correctly on this save, there is a jump pad, launch pad, right there. There it is, by a rock. So this might not work out well. But if we spawn this in, oh, the old Cyber Wagon. I've not got enough fuel on me, I don't think. We'll just split that down to one. We're only going to need one. Something very interesting happens with the Cyber Wagon if you drive it into launch pads. God damn it, we didn't have enough fuel to go that far. A little bit awkward. A little bit awkward. Hey, let's just start up a video with, like, no fuel or anything. Come on. Touch it. Whoa! I'm not sure if this is intentional or not. But, oh, God. Oh, God. This is... We're dead. If you land right side up, your body, your toes stick out the bottom, and it instantly kills you. You're better off landing upside down. Oh, while over here, might as well show you these guys. These are the water pumps, or the water extractors. So these guys are going to be producing a ton of water. This one's producing maximum, but it's not being super efficient because it's not getting taken away quick enough. But hey, we're not about efficiency right now. We're about demonstrating. So these guys, I believe you get about 10 or 20 meters of pressure from this. So you could go straight up for a few meters before you have to use pumps. But of course, generally speaking, the best thing to do with pipes is, if you've got a flat factory, is have the pipes have a pump straight up and then go across, and then just use gravity to go down to your machines, your production line, rather than doing, you know, spaghetti junction over there. Again, this has all been done very quickly. I can't stress that enough. All been done very quickly, so just ignore how all this looks, because it all looks horrific. I was about to jump on that jump pad and I remembered we didn't have any fuel, so let's go pick some up. So my hazmat suit has run out of filters. So guys, also requiring water now, the nuclear power plants. So you got to get them sorted. I was in the middle of building a new one, but I'm way over the top with my power at the moment, so no need to go any more mental with that. I've got all that thrown together. Now let's remember to switch. Oh, incoming drain. So guys, as you may have noticed, that's not blue. That's not water, so what's that? Well, actually, this is going to hurt. Owie. That is sulfuric acid that I have crafted there. Because one of the new things for the nuclear fuel is, if we go into this one over here, and hopefully not die, you need uranium and sulfuric acid to make some uranium pellets. And then we send the uranium... And then we send the uranium pellets, and then they go make us some nice uranium rods and such. And whatnot and what have you. Okay guys, last thing to really demonstrate. Down at our old oil plant, which was one of the things that immediately was not working during the use of the old save file. As you can see over here, our old oil factory zone has had a couple of changes. And there's some good reasons for those couple of changes. Because other than, obviously, the the coal plants having to use pipes and water. Also, these guys now also have to have a pipe rather than fuel. I do miss the old system because it was a lot less hassle. Like, you crafted your fuel, it came out in a tub, and then the tub went along a conveyor belt, and then into the reactor. Now you have all these extra stages. So, these fuel generators, you need a different system completely now. Kind of. It's just extra work. Ooh, Blade Runners. As you can see, I've just dumped stuff over here. Everything is pretty haphazard, as I keep saying, but keep reminding people just in case. So over here, you can see the other fuel generators are actually working properly. So in here, we have fuel. It's not moving particularly quickly, because we've got these nicely spaced out. So it's going in as quickly as it's coming out. We've killed some creatures over here. Some of these things really ought to despawn after a while. So, yeah, guys, I think that just about covers everything that's really new, and at least anything that's new and important. So, the crude oil now comes out, and this little thing, I guess, a little canister. I suppose that's supposed to be the pipe, isn't it? When it's fully extended. So, it's just pipe liquid. So yeah, it's one of those. It's like, it's just pipe liquid. And then that'll go into the refinery, which hasn't changed much, apart from having an output as well as... Well, I suppose it used to have just one output, didn't it? So now it's got two outputs. So now we output like a plastic residue and fuel, which we should have storing in here. Well, it'll be in the top one. Yeah, it's all getting stored in there. So a byproduct of oil, refinement into fuel. So we could have another system over here making plastic. That would probably be beneficial. Other than that, guys, there's just a few additional fluid storage units. So this can hold up to 300 meters cubed of fluid, and has an in and output option for pipes. And then there's a bigger one. So just a big one of those. Both require a fair bit of resources, but nothing too crazy. So really, guys, the only other thing to show you that looks quite fun is the hypertube, which looks like something off Futurama. So I think we should end the video with a bit of fun with that, don't you? I think we should. Okay, these are cool. And you can get some serious speed if you drop in from a big height. The only problem is I can't refuel my jetpack. I'm trying to work out whether I'm gaining any extra height each go, or if it's just evening out. Okay, so we can see just the tips of those two conveyors together. Yeah, it looks like it kind of evens out. Unless you were to go even higher on the way back in again. But that is pretty cool. I think you could create a hell of a fun roller coaster with this if you had enough time and materials. Just a really good way to get about. It's very, very Futurama. Very fun. The only issue now is I have no fuel to try and make a nice landing. Oh, it looks like... Oh, you can counter-cancel and change the speed. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. There we go. Oh god, no, I got stuck back in again. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Perfect. I think it would be fun to put it on one of these towers, but I haven't really got the time to arrange that, but that strikes me as something that could be quite fun. This is fun. I like this. Okay, let's remove this one perhaps and get run over by the train. Let us just make a long tube. Okay, I made us a little something. Let's land here, try and get a little bit of height. Go on our little roller coaster. Here goes. Oh my gosh. Whee! Woohoo! That's great. Oh god, I'm out of fuel though. Ow! Whoops. And on that terrible disappointment. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you guys in some more Satisfactory sometime soon.